Hey champions, last vlog of today. I think I just want to finish up this kind of mini pre-series, I suppose, with what can we do or how do we react when we disclose to friends or family and they're non-responsive. Being non-responsive might mean that they're in denial, that they just won't listen, that they're not emotionally prepared, that they just don't know how to deal with the information. A lot of the time our more older generations really won't understand and will, just it's just kind of a very foreign idea for them. And of course there is like the whole reason I started this, there is that old school country mentality that you cannot have a mental health issue because that's kind of just something for people who are in really, really bad off situations. And I understand that, but we need to respect that everybody has the right to feel the emotions that they're feeling. In my case, it wasn't until I was on medication and that I was starting to sort out my hormone levels that I was starting to get some relief. And so for me, it was always a chemical imbalance. There was nothing that I could do to change what I was feeling because there was something chemically wrong. And medically, something needed to change for me to feel any better. But we do need to recognize that sometimes we will disclose and sometimes people won't know what to say, what to think, what to do, how to support you. There will be people who think that it is situational. A lot of my mental health does come from situations. So, I can understand why some people, when I disclosed, thought that, if a couple of things changed, that everything would change. But I would like to talk about it because I think it's important. I think it's important that we understand kind of where those people are coming from, but also how we ourselves can kind of manage that when it comes along, because it will come along. Some people just won't be able to respond, and it might not be that they don't want to. It might genuinely be they don't know how. And that did happen for me, happened with someone very, very close to me and put quite a large barrier between us for quite some time. I remember trying to tell them that I was seeing a counsellor for the first time and they went completely blank. They didn't want to discuss, they didn't know how to discuss, and they didn't talk to me until we got out of the car that time. And got back inside and started talking as part of a group. For over 3 months, when I talked to this person, they never asked me how I was. They didn't ask how I was feeling, how I was going. They would kind of call and tell me about their life and what was going on for them, and then kind of hang up before I had an opportunity to kind of express what I was going through. And it wasn't until I said that I was out of counselling that they started to treat me normal again. And that was really hard. It kind of made me doubt myself and second guess what I was going through, and I felt kind of like a spoilt, I didn't feel like I was entitled to be feeling what I was feeling. It made me really think that maybe I was putting it on, maybe it was attention seeking, maybe I wasn't as bad as I thought I was, maybe I shouldn't be seeing a counsellor, maybe there's people so much, there's so many people who are worse off than me, maybe I'm taking away their opportunity, and all of these thoughts came running through my head, and that's not beneficial for anyone, and it certainly didn't help me whatsoever. I then didn't disclose that I was going through anything else until I went on medication. And I didn't I was on medication for nearly 2 months before I did say anything. And because the medication, I've talked about that, the medication did make me so sick, and it did change how I acted and how I was for a few weeks there. My appetite, my general habits it was a massive, massive issue. And obviously they picked up on that, but they weren't, I think they thought it was just uni stress or something again. And then a couple of months later, something happened, and I just straight out said, look, I've started taking medication. I haven't been well. I know it was at the bottom of the bottom. I wanted to, I was thinking of taking my own life. This isn't fake. This is real, and I'm doing everything that I can to manage it. I know that you don't know how to handle that. I know that you can't, that you don't know what to feel, and that's okay. I'm okay with that, but I just need you to know that I am being proactive. Connor's got my back. My friends have got my back, and I don't want you to worry, but you need to know. And if something were to happen to me, people need to know what type of medication I'm on. People need to know what I'm feeling, what I'm going through, and especially those people close to us need to know that. So look, some people sometimes won't be receptive. And like I've said before, it's okay. It's okay if people don't understand. That doesn't make you any less of a person. It doesn't make what you're feeling any less real. It doesn't mean that it's fake. It doesn't, all of those emotions and thoughts that were going through my head, they're not true. That's just how I was trying to handle the situation. And I think that if you can recognize those thoughts when you have them and really just pin them as just a thought, it's just something that's going through your mind, that's what your brain does. It thinks, those thoughts come in and go, and just because you think something doesn't make it true. And thoughts hold no power unless you give them power. So if it was hard for me having that very close person be non-receptive, and that's one of the main reasons it did take me so long to disclose. But at the same time, it did allow me to understand more from other people's point of view, and it's kind of made me more empathetic towards the whole situation. I think I have gotten to a point where I understand not only my own emotion and health now, but also what it does to those around me. And yeah, it's a really hard topic, guys. Please shoot me any questions at all. I'm more than happy to answer them. I'm more than happy to talk. But I think it is just being aware sometimes that this journey that we're on isn't solely ours, and we do have a big impact on people around us, and as other people have a big impact on us. So our story isn't purely our own. Alrighty guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Like I said, any questions, shoot them through. I'm more than happy to answer, and I hope that everybody is having a safe and enjoyable time this weekend, and are ready for the week ahead. If there's any topics or anything that you specifically would like me to talk about, please shoot those through as well. I'm hoping to kick off my mini interview series in the next coming weeks, so look forward to that. But in the meantime, everybody, please make sure that you're taking care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I will talk soon.